Hello everyone, welcome back to Box Aviation. Today we're doing massive unboxing 12 of these 26 beautiful model airplanes that I have recently purchased at the Chicagoland Collectible Show Spring. Spring convention. I got these 26 beautiful model airplanes. I did a video right after I arrived from the event, but I had to redo the video because I gotta say, almost 2 nights of barely I was exhausted. The video wasn't entertaining, and the video was very poor quality and stuff like that. So I decided to redo the video and just give you a better experience, because I really don't want to do a publisher video that is just awful quality. And the video was about almost 2 hours long, so that was just a bit too much for me. So I'm redoing it, and we'll start off the review. I'll tell you how much I purchased the models for, and I'll tell you how much I bought them for. Again, every convention is different. Some conventions might have higher prices, more expensive models. You might not find the same deals as last conventions. But without further ado, let's just get into the review. So we'll start off with the first 4 models I bought. They were from this older gentleman. I bought them. He used to work for Midwest Express, which is really cool that he used to fly for an airline, and I had some really good conversation. For these 4 models, I paid $100, so really good steal. $25 per plane. Got some really cool vintage models. Let me get the models in question. So it was the Dragon Wings A300-600 Beluga, TWA/American 717-200. What else was it? Oh, the Northwest Airlines A330-200. Actually, it was a different airline, I remember, but I asked him if I could switch to Northwest, since I am trying to upgrade to Northwest collection, and he did, and I did get this Northwest Airlines A330-200. And finally, it was the Northwest 747-400 in this special Orient livery. So let's put these models on the side. Let's see if we can get the camera in a better position. Let's put the models on the side. Let's start first with the TWA 717. Let's just put the models a bit out of the way. And let's get the boxes so you can see these things. So here I'll start with the Dragon Wings TWA/American Airlines 717. The box art is extremely beautiful. It was limited to 2,000 pieces. This aircraft was number, let's see, it should say here on this number was number 1,685, it looks like. So more towards the end. Here's the side of the box, very nicely done by Dragon Wings, and it looks impeccable box, and such a beautiful box. As you can see in the back of the aircraft, it shows the aircraft, just a picture of the aircraft in real life, and it looks really good, the picture. I wish more companies did that, where they actually put the image of the airplane on the box. Even though when this was made in 2001, if I'm correct, this model was a 2001 release. No, 2002 release. This is really high quality picture, I gotta say. So very nice. Now the model came with a stand, and of course the model itself. Let's get the model. Here's the model itself, very beautifully done by Dragon Wings, and it came with this beautiful stand. Very nice stand. Very beautiful. The model is very nice, and the chrome looks very good, especially for its time. The chrome is done. So let's get into the review of this 717. We'll start here with the nose of the 717 with the very beautiful, with the American Airlines star, with the TWA titles, with the American Airlines right here. L1 boarding door with the cockpit windows of the aircraft with the front landing gear. The wing of the aircraft looks beautiful, and there's the overwing exits. Here's the beautiful engines of the aircraft. Here's the tail with the TWA titles, with of course the tail of the aircraft. Here we have the registration of November. It's a bit shiny, so November 2417 Foxtrot. Very nicely done by Dragon Wings. For the backside of the aircraft, looks beautiful. Engines are nicely detailed. The landing gear is much lower than like a GMI jets, but I gotta say I like this lower landing gear better. Here at the right side of the aircraft, we're going to have the cargo doors of the aircraft, very nicely done by Dragon Wings. Now for the, here's the front view of the aircraft. Very nicely done by by Dragon Wings. A very beautiful job. Let's take the model off its stand. Here again. Here's the landing gear aircraft, very nicely done. And here it says unit, yes, this was the unit 1665. So overall, very nice model by Dragon Wings, and would recommend buying this model. And it's a pretty rare model, so again, another great model to add to the collection, and really happy that I got them. I want some more variety in the collection. Here's the second Dragon Wings models I bought for me. This is the A300-600 Airbus Beluga. This is classic Dragon Wings box. Very nice. Again, just classic Dragon Wings box. Let's just put them back up. Here's the aircraft itself. It is the Airbus Beluga, of course, the first version with the A300-600. Personally, prefer the A300 version better. This was number 4. Of course, the model came with the stand, but what do you call it? This stand is the classic just all black stand, so that's it. We'll start off here with the front of the nose with the cockpit windows with the here of Airbus Industries with that, it looks like SME. Here we have the front of the aircraft where we have where you open to put the cargo inside. Here's the super transporter, very nice with the GE engines, very nice. And here's the front landing gear with the little air stairs so you can get into the cockpit, really nice. Here's the A300 wing, very nicely done by Dragon Wings, and really like the wingtip at the end. The back of the aircraft, of course, have the tail and the horizontal stabilizers, very nice with Airbus titles, really like it. Right, here's the back of the aircraft. Again, looks really good, and the right side of the aircraft does have the original cargo doors, as you can see, so very nicely. Here's the registration aircraft, Foxtrot Golf Sierra Tango Delta, very nice. And the bottom of the aircraft, let's get the stand a little bit off. Here it is with the front of the aircraft. We have the landing gear of the aircraft and the front landing gear. Overall, very beautiful model done by Dragon Wings. I really have nothing to complain about since they're the only manufacturer that created the A300 Beluga. The A300, not the A330, because NG already made the 1400 one. It's always nice to have Dragon Wings. That's one nice thing about Dragon Wings, is that they did produce much more variety than other companies. Today, there's so many models that Dragon Wings has produced that many other companies never created, so it's really nice. Well, the third model was the Northwest A330-200 in the special, it's a KLM slash Northwest livery. It's interesting. It's not the big one, but it's like a little sticker at the end. Here's the box. You can pause the video if you want to read it. Looks really nice. I think this was a 2003 release. No, 2004 release. So very nice. So let's get the model out here so we can see them and review them. Taking them, I'm gonna add my stand. So the stand did not come with the model, but we need the stand to, of course, review this beautiful model. Very beautiful model. It is the Airbus A330-200. Here's the start of the nose with, of course, the cockpit windows with L1 board area with the Northwest tiles with the L2 door. Here's the front landing gear with here's the beautiful engines of the aircraft with the beautiful wing of the aircraft. Here's the L3 door with that cards the little sticker I set about with the L4 door. Here's the registration of November 853 November Whiskey. Here's the tail with the logo of the Northwest with the horizontal stabilizers, and of course the APU of the aircraft, very nicely done by GMI-Jet. Here the right side of the aircraft, just like the last side, but of course with the cargo doors. So here's another view of the aircraft, very nicely done by GMI-Jets. And here at the bottom of the aircraft, we have, of course, the GMI-Jets with the stand hold, and of course the landing gear of the aircraft. Overall, beautiful model done by GMI-Jets. Let's put them away. And the final aircraft is the Northwest Airlines 747-400 in the Special Orient. This is such a beautiful livery and always love it. And the box is, of course, simple GMI-Jet, so I'm not going to review of it. If you want to stop, you can read about this aircraft and what it was. Here's the back of the aircraft. This was a 1998 release. Putting the boxes, and let's get the model out. This model did not come with the stand hole, because this was the older GMI-Jets model, so they didn't come with the stand hold. So here's the aircraft. I'm going to get into a small review of it. Of course, I reviewed the GMI-Jets 1990s mold, early 2000 mold 747, so there's not much interesting to say about it. But here is the 50 years with, of course, the bridgeway to the Pacific. At this time, Northwest Airlines was focusing with the Pacific. Here's the beautiful artwork of the aircraft. Very tasteful and very beautiful artwork. Here's the right side of the aircraft, very nicely. Again, this is one of the early models that they released back in the day. GMI Jets was, of course, founded in 1998, and they had impeccable models. Back then, this was super high detail. Of course, this model does not have the stand hold as we know it today, but overall, just a beautiful model. And even now, after 25 years, this model still looks really good. So very nicely done by GMI Jets. Now let's put the models back. So now we're going to get into the review of the other models I bought. Let's put the 747 back. Let's see. Let's put the 747 back. The Airbus Beluga. Oh, did I... Oops. Put the 747 bit 2 back. Put the 717 back. The A330. And let's get the rest of the stands. So here is the rest of the aircraft. So these I purchased these models, and then these are more special models to me. So here we're gonna get the models for this: the Delta 737-200, United 737-800 in this special Star Wars livery, the WOW Air A330-900 Neo, the Volta 717, the Pan Am A300, the A310, and finally the other three are the Southwest 737 MAX 8, the MAX 9, and the 757-200. Let's get those models. Okay, let's start with the review. Now, the rest of these next 4 models, I purchased them for $120. If I'm correct, remember, I purchased them for $120. So it's a pretty good price. These 4 models, $120, which is a really good price, and was really satisfied with getting so many models for such a great price. I bought this from another individual. Got a really good price. Some of these are pretty rare, and United 737-800 in, of course, the Star Wars livery was really nice. The person I was talking to, the reason why he was selling it at a great price, he was downsizing his collection. Not downsizing, he was upgrading his collection, actually. So he used to collect the 1-400 models, but he decided to collect now 1-200 models. And he actually had a few 1-200 models, but I'm not really into 1-200 that much because they take up so much space, and I really don't have room for expansion of the 1-200 models. So he was selling all his 1-400 models, and again, great price, paying for United NG 737 $30. That is a pretty good steal, you know. We'll start the review with the Powerpuff Girls 737-200. Doesn't say the brand, but I want to say Aeroplastics. It looks like a GMI Jets model, actually, but I really don't know which company made this. So here it is. The box shows the Powerpuff Girls. So very nice with Cartoon Network. Again, it's pretty boring box. Not boring box. It's pretty interesting box, to say the least. But we're not here for the box. We're here for the model. So let's get the model. This was the early 2000s Delta livery this aircraft was. Let's get them out. I believe GMI Jets also made this model too. So there's the model, the 737-200. As you can see, very beautiful model. Let me just let me get it in a better position so we can review this model. We start here with the 737-200 nose, very nice with the front landing gear with the L1 board there with the Delta Express styles. Here we have the beautiful engines of the aircraft, the Pratt & Whitney, of course. Here we have the beautiful stand of the air. Oh, why am I reviewing the stand? That's already my stand. That's funny. Here's the overwing exit with, here's the little Powerpuff Girl. Here we have the registration of November 310 Delta Alpha with the last door with the Cartoon Network titles, with, of course, the tail of the aircraft, and with the Powerpuff Girls with the horizontal stabilizers. Right side aircraft, of course, is just like the left, but with the cargo doors, very nicely done by this company. Here is the bottom aircraft with the stand hold, and of course the 737 landing gear. Overall, very beautiful model, and so happy to add this to my collection. It's such an interesting model, and I want more variety in the collection, especially my Delta, as I of course want to make more vintage updates. The next model is the NG Star Wars liveries, United 737-800. This is such a beautiful box, as you can see. The sides are kind of boring, but the front and the back artwork is just impeccable. Very nice. I believe at this moment this actually retired, this aircraft, so that's very disappointing. This aircraft does not come with the stand hold, so I'm gonna try to put a few boxes more up so you can see the model better. So there we go. There's the beautiful 737-800. Now let's start off here. Here we have the front with the nose, with of course the cockpit windows, with the front landing gear, with the L1 board note, with the United Airlines title. It's beautiful. Look at the fuselage, very nice. Over there is the the Wi-Fi bubble. Here's the engine of the CFM International engines. Here we go. Here's the split scimitars of the aircraft, or the split, and here's the overwing exit. Here's the Star Wars, with of course the last door of the aircraft. Here is registration of November 36272. Really? There's nothing at the end? Wow, that's interesting. It's all numbers at the end. That's fascinating. Here we have the beautiful here's the blue lightsaber, as you can see at the tail, with horizontal stabilizers. Right side of the aircraft has the cargo doors, of course, but the nice thing about this aircraft, because the left side is blue and the right side is red, and it looks so beautiful, as you can see. And NG did a flawless job on this model, and so happy to add him to the collection. The bottom of the aircraft, of course, has the landing gear of the aircraft, with, of course, still the beautiful 737 belly. As you can see, it just looks impeccable model, and would recommend getting this model. After this is made, it's going to sell. And I don't even think Jomar Jets is going to do it, because I think they outsourced it to their subsidiary of JC Wings. So get it before it's gone, because I don't think that another airplane company will make this after. Next model is, I've wanted for a long time. It's my first Icelandic model. It is the WOW Air A330-900 Neo. Of course, this aircraft was never delivered to WOW Air, because they did cancel their order, sadly. But it's still a beautiful aircraft to add to the collection, and the box is just classic Phoenix. But the back of the box looks beautiful, and it really just showed you how the branding of WOW Air. WOW Air is an airline that surprisingly grew on me so much over the years, and I just love them so much. Even though I never flown on them, I never even seen one of their airplanes in real life. I've only seen, never seen actually one of their airplanes in real life, but somehow it's become one of my most favorite airlines just because of their livery, and that really speaks of you. Now we have, of course, Play Airlines that I consider to be the new WOW Air, but I don't think the all red livery can be this like magenta livery. I think this is magenta or like purple livery. Here we start off with the review with, of course, the front of the aircraft with the A330's nose, with, of course, the cockpit windows, with, of course, with the mast L1 board. Now there's that looks like the is that the Icelandic flag? That kind of looks more like the Greenland flag, but that's interesting. Here we have, it says WOWair.com with the front landing here, the L2 boarding door. Here we have the Rolls-Royce engines, the, of course, white. The aircraft, I believe, before it was delivered, it never got the engine, so that's why they added those white engines, or it was never painted. Here we have the WOW Air, very nice. Here's the winglet aircraft that says the WOW Air, as you can see over there. Here we have the L3 board with L4. Here the registration of Papa Kilo Golf Yankee Charlie. Here at the tail we have the WOW Air logo with, of course, the horizontal stabilizers. Very nicely done by Phoenix Models. The right side of the aircraft is just like the left, but of course with the cargo doors. Very nicely done by Phoenix Models. Second A330 company airline in my possession. The bottom of the aircraft has the WOWair.com with the stand hold, and of course the landing gear aircraft. Very nicely done by Phoenix Models. I know that Phoenix did a really good job with this A330, and really if you want to get it, it's a beautiful model. Sadly, again, it was never in use with the airlines, so it was never used. So it's not realistic, but come on, it's still a beautiful model. And the last model I got from this guy was the Volotia. I'll say it in American. Volotia 717-200. This is a Spanish airline. I believe they're actually bankrupt right now, so that's really interesting, if I'm correct. And here's the information about the airplane. So if you want, you can stop and read the information. Let's put the model and let's get them out. This is just classic 717. I really like the livery. It's really white, but the tail makes up for the rest of the boring white livery. So here's the aircraft itself. As you can see, very nice. Oh my goodness. This is why I just don't like the Jemajet stands. As you can see how these models are so fragile, and I really hate these Jemajet stands, and that's why I don't put my models on stands. Look at that. You see? Look at that. It's heavy. Like, I'm sorry, but this is a very rare and expensive model. It's expensive and rare model. I got it again for a good price, but it's just a super hard model to find now, and I just don't want to break it. Started off here with the 717 nose, with of course the pop-in windows with L1 border with the Voltaire and the little logo. Here's the overwing exits with the winged aircraft very nicely. Here's the Rolls-Royce engines with the registration of Echo Charlie Lima Quebec Sierra. Sierra. Here I have the beautiful at the end of the tail with the patterns, very nice. With here's the tail, the horizontal stabilizers, very nicely done by Jemajet. And the right side aircraft, just like the other 717, and the bottom of the aircraft has the Jemajet titles and the stand hole. Overall, very nice model. I'm not gonna get that much into review. Did the tail? Let me see. Did the tail get the? No, it's just normal. Okay, good. Nothing got damaged. This next aircraft here is the Pan Am A310 by Dragwing, just classic Dragwings. I don't feel like getting to review of him because Dragwings Pan Am it's just here. Here is front of the aircraft with the clumping windows with the Clipper Morningstar with the front landing gear. Here the L1 border with the Pan Am, the overwing exit. Here we have the Pratt Whitney engines, very nice with the wing of the A310 with of course the what do you call it, the winglet. It looks a bit too big, I gotta say, for an A310. Just way too big of a winglet, personally. It more looks like an A320 winglet, which really, it was not that large at the time, the winglet, so that's why I think that's kind of very unrealistic. Here's the back of the aircraft, the Airbus A310 with the registration November 818 Papa Alpha, very nice, with of course detail of the aircraft with the Pan Am logo and horizontal stabilizers. Right side of the aircraft, just like the left, but with of course the cargo doors, and the aircraft has landing gear, stand hold. Very basic model. I paid for this model $10. This is at a different guy. He didn't want to have any more Dragwings models, so he sold it cheap. Again, $10. I ain't complaining. So that was the model, and I got it for a great price. Now we're gonna get to the next models I quote unquote purchased. So let's put these models on the side. The next three were these three Jemajet models. I meant RPG Aviation, RPG Aviation, yes. And I traded for him for my Lufthansa 1-400 Jemajet 747AI. And I got these three beautiful models. Again, I've been looking for these three models for a while. I've been needing a MAX 8 since Sacramento and Atlanta are getting a lot of more MAX 8, traffic recently. A MAX 9, because, come on, this livery is beautiful. And a Delta 757-200, which I'm really happy because I've been needing, again, for Atlanta. 757 action down here is insane. So let's get into the review of these three models. Let me just put these models on the side, and then we can get into the review of course, these models. First, this Southwest MAX 8, I already reviewed this already, and it's pretty much the same registration. And we already know what the box looks like because it's classic Jemajet box. So I'm not going to get into it, but here's the beautiful aircraft, very nicely done by Jemajet. Registration is November 873 Charlie, Quebec. Sorry if the lighting's a bit dark. It's a bit of a dreary day. Sorry, it's raining, so the lighting's not that good. I can't fix it even during editing, so sorry. The previous video I did, it was during sunlight and it looked much better, but I'm not complaining. I'm having today actually some other packages are coming of model airplanes, so I want to get this review out of the way because if I don't think I'm ever gonna do it again. So so I want to do it. So here we go. Here's the right side of the aircraft, very nicely done by Jemajet. As you can see, landing gear looks nice. The engines are tilted a little bit up. I'm not complaining. Here is the bottom of the aircraft. We have, of course, the landing gear with the Southwest Heart, and overall a beautiful model done by GMI jets. Now for the second aircraft, it is the GMI Jets Delta Airlines 757-200. Actually, this is quite a rare model, so when I saw it, I was pretty happy to get it. It's the 757-200, as you can see. So let's see if we can put the camera focus a little bit better on him. Here, the nose is 757 with the front, the cockpit windows. Of course, there's the SkyTeam little sticker. Here L1 boarding door with the Delta Airlines title, the L2 boarding door. Here we have the front landing aircraft. Here is the beautiful engines of the aircraft. Here the wing with, of course, the winglet of the aircraft, the over-wing exits, and the Wi-Fi bubble, and of course the final, exit door. Here at the registration of November 551 November Whiskey. Here is the tail of the aircraft with, of course, the Delta title, the horizontal stabilizers, and the APU. The right side of the aircraft, look, let's get him out. Right side aircraft, again, is like the left side, but of course with the cargo doors. Overall, beautiful model. And the bottom of the aircraft has the Delta titles, of course, with, of course, the landing gear there. Let's see if we can zoom it in. Very nice. And the front landing gear, as you can see. Overall, a beautiful model, and so happy to add him to the collection. And he is quite a beautiful model. And the last one is my first 737 MAX 9 airplane. I completed my 737 MAX collection with, that are flying at this moment, the 737 MAX 8 and 737 MAX 9. So this is my first 737 MAX 9 model. We start here, and it's in a beautiful livery, you can see. Here is a beautiful nose of the aircraft with the cockpit windows with the front landing gear of the aircraft. It is a bit high, the front landing gear, I gotta say. I don't know if that's realistic or not, but I think it is, since the aircraft is a longer aircraft. Here is the Alaska Airlines tiles, of course, the beautiful engines aircraft, the over-wing exits with, look at the Orcas, look how beautiful that is. Here's the splits, the winglets of the aircraft. Of course, here's the Wi-Fi bubble. Here at the end is the last door of the aircraft with the registration of November 932 Alpha Kilo. Here they tell the aircraft we have another Orca, very nice, with the horizontal stabilizers and the APU. In the right side of the aircraft, it looks amazing also, as the cargo doors. And overall, this is just such an amazing model. Just look at this. Like, this is one of the most beautiful liveries flying in the U.S. right now. It's insanely beautiful. Now, I was already going to purchase this, but when I saw that he had it and we traded, I was really happy. And I was already going to get this model at the show. And when I heard that he had it and we wanted to trade, I knew I had to get this beautiful model. The bottom of the aircraft has, of course, the GMI Jets titles, of course, the standhold, and, of course, the landing gear. Overall, beautiful model, and so happy to add him to the collection. Now, that pretty much sums up all these models. Now we're going to get into the rest of the models. We have so much more. All the rest models, I bought this at one table. They were selling, it was like a group of people. It was his dad and his son, and like all his sons and all his like family, extended family. Like, it was insane. It was like 20 people's collection was piled together, and they all decided to sell like some part of their collection. And there were just hundreds of models. It was insane. And they had really good prices also. Average price for model was $30. So some of these models for $30 were really good price. So let's get some of these models that we have here. There's the 737-900s. Put these models. Let's get these models. Okay. What else we have? The A319, the A330, 200. What else we have? The A330-200. Again, average price for these models was like $30. So again, really good prices that they have here, and a lot of these models I've been looking for a long time. And it's insane what awesome finds you can find at some of these shows. Let's put it right here so we can put the model. See, we can display it. All these are GMI Jets models, so I'm not going to get into review of the boxes, since, of course, they're the classic and boring GMI Jets boxes. I'm just going to show you the little inscription inside that says like information. So far here, we'll first start with the Embraer E145 and of course the Delta Connection aircraft. Let's hope it's not that close. Here's the information of the aircraft. If you like, you can stop and read it. Overall, just very nice. Now let's get the model out. Look at that ERJ E145. Here we have, it's so tiny. Let's see if we can get the camera. There we go. Start here with the nose of the aircraft, with of course the front landing gear, with of course the helping windows, L1 boarding with the Delta connection tiles. Here's the wing of the aircraft, and here's the overwing exit. Here's registration of November 564 Romeo Papa. Here's the beautiful Rolls-Royce engines of the aircraft. With of course the tail of the aircraft, the APU and horizontal stabilizers. Right side is just like the left side, but of course with the cargo doors. Overall beautiful model. And the bottom of the aircraft has the Gemini Jets tiles with the stand. Overall beautiful model. Would recommend. I'm not going to review it because it's not that interesting and also not that beautiful, but overall just still a cool model. And it's so interesting that Delta actually flew the 737, sorry, the ERJ-145 back in the day. Here we have the Delta 737-900 by Gemini Jets. Here's the information about this aircraft. Let's see if I can actually put the, I'm struggling. Here it is. If you can stop, you can read the information of the aircraft. As you can see, powered by CFM International engines, so that's very nice. Okay, let's put these boxes on the side so we can get into review of this aircraft. Actually, I saw this aircraft in real life back in 2020. I actually saw this aircraft in real life and took a picture of it, and now I actually have the aircraft in real life. So that's really cool that I actually saw this aircraft in real life, and now I do have the model. Also, 737-900 action here in Atlanta has been getting pretty high, I gotta say, and I need to get more 737-900 models especially, but personally I would go for more of the A321s, since I feel like those will be retired last. The 737-900 will be retired first, like they'll be more rapid, so I want to get these models first. So starting here with the nose of the aircraft with the 737-900 nose, of course the Sky Team sticker with of course the front landing gear and the L1 boarding with the Delta titles. Here we have the CFM International engine. Here are the split scimitars with the wing of the aircraft. Here is the overwing access. Here is the second to last door with of course the Wi-Fi bubble with the last door here. Here's the registration November 855 Delta November. Here's the tail of the aircraft, the Delta tail, very nice. And here's the APU and horizontal stabilizers of the aircraft. Right, so the aircraft just like the left, so I won't get into review them. Of course, here is the beautiful cargo doors aircraft, and overall very nicely done. On the aircraft is the Delta logo printed on the belly with of course the stand hold and of course the front landing gear. Overall very beautiful model, and would recommend them, of course. Believe NG Models did produce a 737-900 model, so I hope one day to review him with the Gemini Jets version. Here I have the next model, is the A330-200. Been wanting this for a while, and it's a pretty rare model actually too, so really happy to get this model. So here we go. So there's the information if you want to read it. Very nice by Gemini Jets. Let's get the A330-200 model out of here. So here is the A330-200. I already have the 300 model. I bought this model. It was either buying the 200 variant or the 300 variant. Since I guess I got the A330-200, since I could have got 300, they were both the same price. But I want to get a bit more variety, so I got the 200 variant. Wish I got the 300 variant, but you can buy everything, of course. So let's start off here with, of course, the front of the aircraft, the A330. Here's the Sky Team logo with the L1 boarding door, with, of course, the front landing gear with the L2 boarding door. Here are the Delta titles with, of course, the beautiful engine aircraft, the wing of the aircraft, and, of course, the winglet of the aircraft. Here at the second to last door, with, of course, the last door here. Here's registration of November 858 November Whiskey. Here's the Delta tail with, of course, the horizontal stabilizers. Very nicely done. Right, so the aircraft, of course, just like the left, but, of course, with the cargo door is very nicely done by Gemini Jets. And, of course, the bottom of the aircraft has the Gemini Jets titles with, of course, the stand hold and, of course, the landing gear of the aircraft. Overall, beautiful model, and really happy that this model came intact. And just such a beautiful model. So let's put them on the side, and we'll get into the next review model. Next is the Gemini Jets Alaska Mortal Love 737-900. It's interesting. The box, it looks to be like interesting. This model is a very beautiful model. This is very nice. And let's open the box. It shows information. Let's get this model out of the box. Sorry, let's put them up. So here's the model. Very beautiful model. I got this model because I thought it would be like, it recently sold for a lot of money on eBay. It looks really nice and I really love it, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I already have the NG Do It's Right livery 737-900. I want to keep it for variety, but I feel like the NG version will be better. So I'm actually not even keep this model, which is really interesting, but it's just still a beautiful model. But I'm probably gonna sell this model because the NG models one, the A321 versus the Jemijets one, it showed a big difference personally to the Jemijets one. So the NG models one looks much better. I gotta say, I'm not that impressed by this livery done by Jemijets, so probably gonna get the NG models one. Here we have the beautiful front of the aircraft, the topping windows with the front landing gear, L1 border. Here's a more to love. As you can see, the beautiful padded aircraft. Here is, this aircraft was created to commemorate the Alaska and Virgin Atlantic merger. Here are the wing of the aircraft with, of course, these split scimitars. Here is the second last door with the last door. Here is the registration November 4993 Alpha Sierra. Here's, what do you call it? I want to say Charlie, but, I forgot his name, but it's a little guy here at the tail with, of course, the horizontal stabilizers. Here, the right side of the aircraft is also very nice, just like the left side of the aircraft, of course, with the cargo doors. Overall, beautiful model, and the bottom of the aircraft, the Jemijets titled the stand hold. Overall, average Jemijets 737-900 mold, but he is still a beautiful model to add to the collection. Next model we have is, of course, the Jemijets Airbus A319. Been wanting this model for a while, and NG Models needs to come up with the A319 A320, but I'm not waiting, so I just got the A319. Opening the box up, as you can see, we have, of course, information about the Airbus A319. Overall, beautiful box, and let's get into the review. Again, I've been wanting this model for such a long time. A319 action here in Atlanta is pretty big, I gotta say. And when was this released? Because this model has been really requested for a while now. 2014. It has been almost a decade since they made this model. And the entire community has been screaming for Jemijets to make an A319, so, and NG models, so it's been a while, and that's why we need it. 4 years, Delta collectors are thirsty, and they want them in every 3 years for them to release these models, so that's why this model has been getting more and more pricey, and just so happy to get this model. Here are the A319s with the copper windows with, of course, the SkyTeam logo there. Here we have the front landing gear with the L1 boarding with the Delta tiles and overwing exit. Here are these are CFM International engine with the wing of the aircraft, and of course the wing of the aircraft. Here we have the last door with the registration of November 349 November Bravo. Here the tail with the Delta logo with, of course, horizontal stabilizers and the APU of the aircraft. Very nicely done by Jemijets. And right side of the aircraft, just like the left, of course, with the cargo doors. The bottom of the aircraft has, of course, the Jemijets tires with the stand hold and, of course, the front landing gear. Overall, beautiful model, and so happy to add to the collection. Ooh, so many models getting piled up here. Next model is the Hawaiian A330-200. Been wanting this model again for a while. I want to make a, this one is an old livery. If you want, you can stop the video and read the information. Now, I've been wanting this model for a while because we see Sacramento get A330-200s. And also, I want to make a vintage Honolulu update. And I want to get more older livery. I want to get older livery models, so I can make this vintage Hawaiian airport update. So let's get into a review of this Hawaiian A330. Again, very beautiful model, and I'm so happy to get them. Here we have the beautiful Hawaiian A330-200 nose with, of course, the name I cannot pronounce. There's Hawaiian the A330 thing. The front landing gear with L1 boarding door with the Hawaii state flag with Hawaiian with L2 boarding door. Here's a beautiful Rolls-Royce engine with, here's the wing of the aircraft with, of course, the winglet. Here's the second final boarding door with the last door. Here are the registration of November 383 Hotel Alpha. Here's the beautiful lady, of course, of Hawaiian Airlines. Very nice with, of course, the horizontal stabilizer aircraft. Very nicely done by Jemijets. Right side of the aircraft just like the left, but of course with the cargo doors. Very nice. the bottom of the aircraft looks like a bit yellowing here, but I'm not really going to complain. It's a pretty old model, but that's what you expect. Here's the Gemini Jet styles with, of course, the stand hold and, of course, the front and back landing gear. Overall, beautiful model, and so happy to add this model to the collection. Okay, now let's go for the next model. Let's go. The JetBlue ERJ 190. Saw this aircraft the same day I bought them. This aircraft, what do you call it? This model I've been wanting for a while. Saw this aircraft in Fort Lauderdale, and the same day while I was going to my airplane to go to the Chicago land trip, I saw this aircraft at the stand. I took a picture of him, and it's just such a cool aircraft to have a model of an airplane that you've seen multiple times, and I just love this. As you can see, I'm just not the review, just for a few seconds, just admire this livery and how beautiful it is for a few seconds. It's insane. Here, the front of the aircraft, the ERJ thing. Notice, of course, the cockpit windows with the little the front landing gear with L1 board line with the JetBlue titles. Here's the engines of the aircraft, of course, the wing with the winglets of the aircraft. Here we have the registration of November 304 Juliet Bravo. Here's the back door with, of course, the Embraer 190 over there. Here's the JetBlue tires of the tail, and of course the horizontal stabilizers. Very nice. Done by Gemini Jets. And here is the right side of the aircraft with the cargo doors, and of course at the bottom of the aircraft we have the Gemini Jets tunnels with, of course, the stand hold and the landing gear. Overall, beautiful model, and so happy to add them to the collection. Okay, now I have to put everything back, which is one of the most let's say the least fun things about model collecting is you have to put everything back in place. So let's put the models back into place, and we're gonna get the rest of the models for this video. The last models, again, these are some more personal models for me. I flew on, but airlines that I've flown on, or they're very rare models that you can't find that easily. Let me just put the models back, of course, as I can say. I'm just gonna put let's see if I can make it more entertaining. Let me put the boxes away so it looks nice. Let's put this 757 back. Okay, 737-900 with the 737-900. These models, I've flown again on some of the airlines. They're rare models, like models that are very rare to find. You don't find them that easily here in like model airplane shops, and usually if you do find them, they are sometimes hundreds to a couple $100 for a model, which is insane if you think of it for some of these models, because they're so rare. Or it's models that are, let's say no one wants to sell them, but everyone wants to buy them, which is some of the case. Because there's some models where they're worth like $20, $30, but because they're such a low price, people don't buy them. So then you can't find your model also. But they still stay at the same price, which is just such an interesting thought. Okay, so now we're gonna get to these models. The Southwest 737-700 by Gemini Jets. The Tarom 737-300. I'll get more information about this model as we get into this review. The Air Canada Rouge 767-300 by Phoenix Models. The Prime Air 767-300 by undisclosed company. I believe this was, I want to say Phoenix, but it doesn't have any logos on it, so that's a really interesting thing. The Herpa Wings Delta 767-400 in this BFG livery. BCL livery on the, I believe it's Delta 717-200. Very nice to get this model. The Porter Q400 in the special livery. Again, very rare model to find here. And is that all? Yes, it is. So those are all the models for the rest. Now we're going to get to review these models. So let's get into it. A little bit too high. So here's the Porter Q400. If you want, you can read about it if all you want. Come on, get into there. Porter Q400, very nice model. This one was the only one I would consider defect, quotation marks. defects. So this model, the right wing is like a bit jingly. I gotta say, it's a little bit jingly. It doesn't want to come out, but it's more like wiggly. So let's get into review this model. Again, really rare model. And it's just so cool. I don't know if I'll keep it. I want to keep it because I want to make a Midway airport, and Porter does, no, sorry, a Canadian airport. But I believe this model, this exact livery doesn't fly anymore. Yeah, it doesn't fly anymore, which is really sad. But it also it's not realistic to add it to an airport update. But also the current colors Q400 is also super hard to find. So it's kind of a dilemma if I should use it in my airport updates or not use in the airport updates. So start off here with the Q400 front nose with, of course, landing gear with, of course, the windshield, and of course the Porter with that beautiful L1 boarding with the Porter tiles with the engines of the aircraft, very nice with the wing. Here is the last door with the 2017 Ottawa something from Porter. Here's the registration of Charlie Golf Lima Quebec Charlie. Here is the cargo of the aircraft with here the tails very nice with the Porter and that little panda looks like. And here's the horizontal stabilizer of the aircraft, very nicely done by GMI Jets. And right, so the aircraft, just like the last one, I got into a review of it. The model the aircraft is pretty bland. You just have the GMI Jets titles, landing gear, and of course the stand hold. But overall, just super happy to get this model to add it to the collection. Let's just put this model back where it belongs. And the next model is the the Phoenix 1400 Tarom 737-300. Just classic Phoenix box. Tarom is, of course, Romanian carrier. I am Romanian. My parents were Romanian immigrants, and just want to collect as many Tarom planes as I can. And just so happy to add this to the collection. When I saw this model, I just gasped, which like everyone in the area just looked at my area, which is kind of funny. But we're just so excited to finally get this model to the collection. We'll start here with the Thunder Sun 300 nose, with, of course, the cockpit windows, with, of course, the front landing gear there. Here we have the Sky Team sticker with L1 border with the, here we have the Tarom titles. With the, here we have the overmaster with the Transporto Ariane Romane. Here we have the engines of the aircraft, very nice. I gotta say, my only complaint is that they look a bit small for this aircraft, which is interesting. Here is the wing of the aircraft. Here's the registration of Yankee Romeo Bravo Golf Bravo. Here we have the back of the aircraft with the tail section and horizontal stabilizers with the, of course, the back door. Right side aircraft just like the left, but of course with the cargo doors. On the aircraft has the Phoenix titles, the stand hold, and of course the landing gear. Overall, beautiful model, and just so happy to add another Tarom plane to the collection. And just so excited to get this model into my collection and into my possession. Next model is the Phoenix Air Canada Rouge 767-300. Flew Air Canada Rouge back in 2018 or 2017 when I flew them between Toronto and Budapest in Hungary, and flew them when I was young. And I remember it was a horrible flight. There was think of an 8-year-old without an IFE. I feel horrible for my parents because that flight was, I remember, extremely boring and tedious flight, and it was also a very long flight also. But let's get into review. Always just love the Air Canada Rouge livery. So let's get into review. Here we have the beautiful front of the aircraft, of course, the cockpit windows with, of course, the Star Alliance sticker. Here we have the front landing aircraft with the L1 boarding with the Air Canada Rouge titles. Here we have the engines of the aircraft, the wing of the aircraft, very nicely done. Here we have the back of the aircraft with, of course, the registration of Charlie Golf Hotel Papa Echo. Of course, the back, the last door. Here are the beautiful Air Canada Rouge tail, very nicely done by Phoenix models. Right side just like the left side, but with, of course, the cargo doors. And the bottom of the aircraft is the Phoenix titles, the stand hold, and of course the landing gear. Overall, such a beautiful model, and so happy to add this model into the collection, and just such a phenomenal model to add to my ever-expanding collection, of course. And really want to focus on Canadian models. Don't have that big of a Canadian presence. There was a lot of Canadian planes. I really wanted to get them, but of course, I have to prioritize what I need right now. I want to create a Land Hartsfield-Jackson Airport update soon. So I need to prioritize what I need versus what I want. because that's what the biggest problem with these shows are. Here's a Prime Air box. Been needing this model again. Very rare model. Jim just created, and I believe Phoenix Models also created, and I believe this is Phoenix one, but it doesn't say the company also, so that's why I really just don't know what company produced this model. So that's a curious thing. That's it's, again, it has, the stand is so trash because it's just not that stable. Here it is, the Prime Air. It looks beautiful. As you can see, here's front of the aircraft with, of course, the cockpit windows with L1 boarding door, with the L1 door. Here we have the beautiful front landing gear with the Prime Air titles, with, of course, there, as you can see, where to open the hatch of the aircraft. Here are the beautiful engines, with, of course, the wing-led aircraft with the wing, very nicely done. Here's the last door, and here's the registration of November 1381 Alpha, with, of course, here's the Prime Air smile with the tail and the horizontal stabilizers. Right side of the aircraft, just like a normal 767, but, of course, the has the cargo doors, very nicely done by this company. And the bottom here has the Amazon logo with, of course, the stand hold and, of course, the landing gear of the aircraft. Overall, such a beautiful model, add to the collection, and just so happy to add them. Let's put this model back. And the next model is the Delta 717. Again, not going to get too full into the review because we've already reviewed two 717s, and the 717's pretty already. There's not that much to talk about him. So here's the 717. Let's put them on display. As you can see, here's the beautiful 717. Here's the nose aircraft with the L1 boarding door with the Sky Team titles. Here's the Delta titles with, of course, the registration of November 922 Alpha Tango with the Rolls-Royce engines with the tail aircraft with the Delta logo and the horizontal stabilizers. Right aircraft, of course, has the cargo doors of the aircraft, just normal 717, not much to talk about. The bottom aircraft, of course, does not have the Delta titles, but it has the GMI jets. Overall, beautiful model. So happy to add them to the collection. Again, 717 action here at Atlanta is massive, and we get them a lot. And, oh wait, the first thing we forgot is to read the, if you want to read the information, I forgot to tell you that. Next one is the 737-700. Very nice and very beautiful model. Sorry, box. Again, classic box. There's not much to talk about it. Just classic Southwest box that they produce. Here are the beautiful Southwest Airlines. We start off the review. So here we have the beautiful 737 nose cone with, of course, the beautiful cockpit windows with L1 boarding with the Southwest Airlines titles on Leo Hart. Here's the front landing gear with the SouthwestAirlines.com titles on the engines. Here are the wing of the aircraft, of course, the wing-led aircraft and the Wi-Fi bubble. Here, the backlit. And over there we have the registration of November 708 Southwest, Sierra Whiskey. Here I have the the tail of the aircraft with the logo of the airline. Of course, horizontal stabilizers, very nicely done by GMI Jets. And the rest of the aircraft, of course, has the cargo doors of the aircraft. Very nicely done by GMI Jets. But the aircraft has the landing gear and the stand hold, and of course the GMI Jets titles. So overall, beautiful model. Super happy to add collection. Really hope when NG Models makes their 737-700 model with split scimitars. We've been needing this model for such a long time, and just cannot wait for that day to release it. Last model is the Deltas, the Herpa Wings 1400 Delta 767-400 in the breast cancer awareness livery. Here's the box, very nicely done by Herpa Wings, and really appreciated. Model is a bit plasticky, but really what we're gonna planning. Jim just CEO just announced that they are going to make a 767-400 model. So it's gonna be really cool to finally get some 767-400 proper 767-400 molds in 1/400 scale. This model's landing gear is plasticky, which is really disappointing, I gotta say. Here's the aircraft, very nicely done. Here you have the front aircraft with the nose aircraft, with the cockpit windows, with, of course, the L1 boarding door with the Delta titles with the Force for Global Good and the L2 door. Here are the landing of the aircraft. Here's the engines of the aircraft, very nicely done, with the wing of the aircraft with the L3 and L4 door. Here's the registration of November 845 Mike Hotel with, of course, the pink tailed aircraft and, of course, the horizontal stabilizers. Right to the aircraft, just like the left, but, of course, with the cargo doors, very nicely done by GMI Jets. By Herpa Wings. Herpa titles. This model does not come with a stand hold. Here's the landing aircraft. It looks way too small, personally, and there's the pink belly. The only thing I'm going to say about this model is I feel like it's way too small for some reason. It does not feel, what do you call it, I feel like it's more plasticky and stuff like that. And it feels a bit too small, especially the landing gear. The landing gear is supposed to be chunky, not like this tiny. It more looks like a, what do you call it? Not even the 757's landing gear looks larger than this, but still, it's just still a beautiful model and so happy to add the collection. So that pretty much wraps up the video. Now it's the last models in this review. Thank you for watching this video all the way to this end, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.